So what does it look like when we are taking that energy out of the condenser? We're taking that water out of the condenser and we are going and we are cooling it. And remember, we want the whole purpose of it is to do a delta T of 10 degrees. So this is a common unit that you see on top of buildings all the time. And it sort of has the same shape where it's sort of a box where it's open at the side. You can see those fins. You can see these heat exchanging fins from the side. It's obviously a heat exchanger and it has this funny shape on the top that is your fan. So let's stylize that into sort of like this. So it has that fan and it's actually open. This is open to atmosphere. And this, I'm not kidding, this is how they work. So maybe a good final project idea is looking into whether this is the optimal kind of design for this. But they literally take this warm water that warm water came from the heat exchanger that sat in here, right? It sat kind of like this. Inside the chiller's condenser. So that sat inside the chiller's condenser and really hot vapor went over top of it. So it absorbed some of that heat and it took that warm water up. And it honestly just has little holes in it. And it sprays that warm water. Oops. It literally sprays the warm water. And it sprays it into a mist. It sprays that warm water into a mist across the heat exchanging elements, which I'm stylizing just like this. And they were a little sprayed vapor. And they end up condensing to a water. So it is a liquid. They end up condensing to a liquid. And then there is a valve at the bottom that takes that liquid. And this is cool water that comes out. And the cool water comes out and it goes into it's got like some mechanisms to kind of cool down here for impurities. I guess that's worthwhile drawing because you're asking, well, it's open to atmosphere, so doesn't it have all sorts of bird poop and stuff in it? So this is a pools for impurities. And then it goes over and that is, oh, it would connect to these lines, right? And that's your cold water. And that's a closed loop, right? I don't know what color we were drawing that closed loop, but this cold water is looped in here. And sorry, it's not a closed loop, it's an open loop. Oops. And that is your open loop because it's open to atmosphere. So that's not exactly what it has. It has some other sort of features. And it has air intake. Oops. No, I can't draw now. and it has freshwater makeup. And the freshwater makeup comes in, freshwater makeup is the part that costs money because it's basically city water. Like it's fresh water, it's water that you pay for. So um, the more fresh water that it's needed in the system, the more it costs you. And this all just works with one pump in the system. So that's how your evaporative cooling tower works, and that's an open loop.